Tyria. The dragons have always been here, sleeping deep beneath the earth, beneath the sea, waiting for the time to rise. 100 years ago, the drowned empire of Or rose from the sea at a dragon's command. A dragon whose name is written in the legends of the dwarves. A dragon known as Zaitan. His soulless army surged from the waters, hungry for destruction. Our ancestors fought against the tide, but Zaitan's power was too great. We have learned from those defeats. We learned that no single nation can fight alone and succeed. The 5 races must stand together against their enemies and refuse to surrender. Heroes come together in glory, discovering new magic, new technology that will save our world. It is time for legends to become real. Is the time. Claim your destiny. Forge your legend. The human race once ruled Tyria. Now, we struggle to hold our ground. We've been defeated, driven back, and broken. But we will not surrender. So many nations have fallen. Only Kryta still stands. Our faith is strong, despite the silence of the six gods. With courage, we'll make our stand in divinity's reach. The city is my home. I was born into luxury, a noble of divinity's reach, and privilege comes with responsibility. I protect the commoners under my care. They believe in me. I'm grateful for their trust, and I will not let them down. Today, I plan to venture beyond the gates of the city and see the world for myself. But when I arrived in Shamor, I found the town under siege by centaurs. Innocent villagers are in danger. Someone has to help. I will show the people that we can triumph, that there is still hope. This is my story.
Welcome to this Guild Wars 2 Let's Play. You're Sambo, Seraphis heals a lot, and joining us here in our brand new Let's Play series is the Queen of Ascalon herself, Regina J. Lacerta. Hello, my lady.
Hello, sir.
Can you believe we are finally here after all of this time? It's been, what, over a year and a half or so from our old Guild Wars 1 Let's Play series. After all of that time, we are here. This is, folks, Guild Wars 2. We finally both made it, and Reggie, as expected, you are extremely purple there. What a great character you've got there. Before we go any further, though, let's explain ourselves. And, of course, look, we are new. Both of us are going to be fumbling around a little bit, I'd imagine, because, you know, we're new to the game. But, Reggie, we've been dying to know all of this time. So many people keep asking us, what class are we going to be? So let's start with you. We're here, it's Guild Wars 2. What class have you decided to roll here?
Well, I've actually gone with, better the devil you know, I've gone for a Ranger again. I figured I loved playing the Ranger in Guild Wars 1. I'd give it a try in Guild Wars 2.
Well, fair enough too. And what a very pretty looking Ranger you've got, by the way. Now, you know what? I think we've swapped roles. We're panning around and having a look at that. And you've gone with pigtails. That's normally my thing. And of course, folks, you can see there, I haven't gone with pigtails for once. But I must say, great looking character. Let me guess, you spent hours and hours and hours in the character creator, right?
Oh, the character creator is awesome because you can just make so many little tweaks and changes to, you know, facial expressions, everything. And yeah, I spent a lot of time.
Well, look, we're zoomed right in on you right now. I've got to say, I mean, look at that. You've gone to all of the trouble of makeup there. The eyes. You know what? She's got a bit of a look of, I don't know what it is, a bit of a sorrowful look there. Is that deliberate?
Well, that's exactly right. I did want to have a little bit of the sorrow in the eyes because the storyline of Guild Wars 2 is, you know, a little bit more advanced from Guild Wars 1. We've gone through all the plight of the human race, and so I wanted to show that in the eyes, reflect that you know, history. Yeah,
actually, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I went for, I don't know what I went for. I was just sort of messing around in the character editor. And by the way, folks, let's see if we can zoom in. There we go. There's me. Yeah, I don't have pigtails this time because, honestly, I saw those ones, and they're the ones that you're wearing there. And I thought, you know what? Even for me, that's too girly. Even for me. So
wow.
I know, amazing, right? So I kind of went for a more sort of subdued look. So I've gone for, I mean, you know, my character's backstory, and we'll get into all this later in the series, folks, because you can actually sort of craft a bit of a story for your character in the character creator. And I've gone for one where she's a bit of a, I don't know how to put it, she's kind of very assured of herself.
She looks like a little bit hardened by her past.
Yeah, that's exactly it. My one, she's from a noble family. You know, she was brought up very wealthy, but she's a bit of a butt kicker. Like, she's very sort of staunch, and I wanted that to come through.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
But I think it's a great, you know, I mean, for us to be able to actually have that come through in our characters, like you say, just goes to show how good the character creator is. I don't know, I spent a very long time in there, had lots and lots of fun, and I've already rolled a whole bunch of alts. And of course, we're human, by the way, in case you guys didn't notice, and you will have seen the montage at the beginning of our show today, which just shows you very quickly all of the different races and classes you can be. Both Reggie and I have decided to go human. I don't know about you, Reggie. I just wanted to go human because it's sort of a bit of a carry-on from the first series that we did in Guild Wars 1. And by the way, you guys might notice, hang on, no, I can't show you. Yes, I can. My name is still Seraphis Heals a Lot. And again, there's a number of reasons for that. Number one is that there are no healers in this game, Reggie. Did you notice that when you were creating your character?
I did notice that, and I thought, you know, you're picking Seraphis Heals a Lot, so you kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of mocking it a little bit. And by the way, folks, we can see Reggie's already got a grip on the emotes. How long have you been in the game? 5 minutes. And the first thing she does probably is learn all of the emotes. That's our Reggie. Have you already been shopping? I wouldn't be surprised if you'd already run down the road and gone to the vendors. No, no, she says. No, I haven't. But yes, folks, so Reggie is Regina J. Lacerta, and of course, if you'd like to friend her or myself in-game, both of our actual game usernames are in the description below this video, so you're welcome to add us to your friends list. But I am Seraphis Heals a Lot for 2 reasons. One, because of course there's no healers in the game. We can all heal ourselves, so that kind of is a bit of a mockery of that. But number 2, Reggie, the name that I actually wanted, which is my normal Let's Play name, do you know what? Some naughty person had stolen it already. That's not very nice, is it?
That is absolutely shocking.
I know, somebody had taken the trouble. I mean, I was in game about 20 minutes after it launched, which means somebody else had to have got in the game and deliberately stolen my name. So there's someone out there that doesn't like me very much, but whatever, I don't mind. I actually prefer the fact where Seraphis Heals a Lot, and I, by the way, folks, am an Elementalist. So that's my favourite class so far in the game, and it was the first class I ever played in Guild Wars 1, Reggie, and I know you're a fan of the Elementalist as well. I'm going to guess, you know, we've got 5 character slots in this game. Let me guess, you've already rolled an Elementalist, right?
I have.
We knew that would be the case. So there you go, folks. It's Seraphis Heals a Lot, the level 1 Elementalist. And look, I deliberately didn't go pink because that I just do not want to go pink. Although it could happen in the future, because we'll show you the interface shortly. You can actually change your colour still in this game. And I noticed, Reggie, you've gone purple, but you know what? We wouldn't expect anything less because purple is your favourite colour. But there is an amount of pink in the game already, Reggie, and that's because somebody who's standing here that's not me decided upon a name for our guild. So I'll let you announce that. Reggie, what is our guild name here in Guild Wars 2?
We have the Pink Yeti Army.
That's right, it is the Pink Yeti Army. Can it get any worse than that? No, don't cheer, Seraphis. It's not funny at all. Here we go. Here's our guild list. There it is. You can see, folks, the Pink Yeti Army indeed. Now, currently, by the way, as some of you guys will already know, currently the guild functionality is just a little bit bugged. Now that's to be expected. We've just launched and ArenaNet are aware of the problems. Currently we have a member cap of 50, and Reggie, how amazing has the turnout been? I mean, we've had so many people register on our guild website. And by the way, folks, we urge you to get along there. There's a link down in the description below the video. You need to hop along there. If you'd like to be a part of all of this, go along there and register. Once you've registered there, you'll find instructions how to join this guild in game. But Reggie, at the moment things are a little bit bugged and we currently can't accept any more invites, can we?
No, yeah, we have reached the current cap, and
I know.
hopefully we can extend it soon.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've only been online for, what, a day as of this filming, and we already hit the level cap for members, so that is 50. You can see there we've got 50 members already. There are a whole bunch of you guys out there I know who are dying to get into the guild. Don't panic. As you can see here, we've still got you here as invited. In fact, there's more than that. There's a whole bunch. Look at all this activity here in the guild. If you are looking to join the guild and you haven't received an invite, it's not because we don't want you, it's because we quite literally can't add you, and that'll be resolved over the next few days. So don't panic, folks, and just follow the process in the forums there. We've got instructions up on how to join the guild, and eventually you will be accepted. So that will happen very shortly. I'm sure that ArenaNet will sort that out. But for those of you who are already in the guild, welcome, and of course it's great to have you all along here and earning us influence, and we'll explain that much later in the series. But all I want to say, and both Reggie and I want to say, a big thank you to everybody who's been in the guild, because already we've got 9,126 influence points to spend in our guild, and that is a mighty effort. So thank you very, very much to everybody here who's already done that. Again, if you're new to Guild Wars 2 and you don't know what we're talking about, don't worry, we will cover that off. But you know what, speaking of guilds, Reggie, it's a great thing in Guild Wars 2, as far as I'm aware, there's something very special about guilds in Guild Wars 2, Reggie. Do you want to explain what is unique about them here?
I've been led to believe that, I haven't attempted it myself, but that you can actually be part of more than one guild.
Exactly, and it's such a cool idea. In fact, it's very similar to Final Fantasy XIV, where you can actually belong to a whole bunch of guilds, and they would appear down the side here, and you can represent one at a time. So effectively, you can belong to more than one. So guys, that's a good thing to know, because you need to come along here and get an invite from us, but you can still be part of your regular guilds. And the other cool thing about this game, Reggie, is that you don't even have to be on our server. Now, we are on Gate of Madness, so we'd love you to come and join us here on this server. But if you're in the EU, not in the US like us, or you're on a completely different server, it doesn't matter. Still send us a friend request and a guild invite, and it'll still work across servers. Amazing, if you ask me. But again, folks, we'll get into all of that much later in this series and explain what everything does in the game. And in fact, Reggie, you know what, it's like, you know, even though we've played Guild Wars 1, this game is so different, isn't it, in terms of the interface and the way it plays. Don't think you can assume that if you've already played Guild Wars 1 that you're automatically going to be able to pick this one up. Would you agree?
I could not agree more. I haven't been able to play very much since the release, just with, you know, real life commitments, but the way the character moves and the interface and everything, it's completely, there's a big learning curve.
And in fact, you know, one of the things about Guild Wars 1 is that you could, you know, click to move and stuff like that, whereas the controls in here are more like WoW, aren't they? And we know you're not a great big fan of that, so hope you get yourself acclimatized very, very soon. But folks, in terms of our new series, firstly, we're very excited to be here, and it's great to have Reggie back, and of course we're going to love seeing you guys. You can see down there in the bottom, look at that, our guild chat is just going hell for leather all of the time. There's always somebody on, because of course you can be anywhere in the world and join our guild. Again, doesn't matter if you're on the EU servers or the US. So the guild is always going to be bustling and busy, and like I said before, look at that, they've already got nearly 10,000 influence points. These guys and gals are fantastic, so do come along, sign up on our website, and send us an application here in the game as well, because we're going to be having lots and lots of events in the future, just like our Final Fantasy XIV and DC Universe Online series. So not only will Reggie and I be doing our solo stuff, but every now and then we're going to have big guild events. We'll be filming those as well, and we'd love you to be part of that. What I thought I would show you quickly is we've got our contacts. That's Y, if you're playing along from home, Y is your contacts. That shows all of your friends, and it also shows who has friended you, which is a really good feature, by the way. So many cool, unique features in this game, Reggie. Hero, H is your character screen, and I brought that up before. That shows you your weapons and gear and what you've got equipped, etc. By the way, Reggie, can't wait till we explain this later on. Yeah, there we go, look at that. We've both changed to our town costume, and basically that is like a wardrobe. And look, Reggie, you've got your special hat on. Where'd you get that from?
I do. Well, if you are part of this sort of starter event, the pre-release couple of days,
yep,
you can get this really, really cool baseball cap for your character to wear.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that the one that's free in the shop?
Yeah, currently free in the shop, and I believe once the game goes, fully live, it's not going to be available.
Ooh, there you go, folks.
I like my rare item.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's already on the case. How's that? You've been in the game 10 minutes and you've already got a rare item. Oh boy. I wonder, you know what, if Sir Yackington is in this game, he's going to love you. But yes, folks, there is a costume slot in this game, like a wardrobe. And again, we won't bother explaining it now. But what I do want to click on, Reggie, this is your favourite one, I know. I'm going to hit toggle dye mode, and look at this, folks. Here we are. In fact, if I go back to my main clothes, there we go. You can see here, Reggie, I know that you love this. This is the dye system in the game. And without going into too much detail now, what it effectively means is that you can change the colour of your clothes at any time. Is that right?
It is right, and it's pretty awesome because it means that, unlike in Guild Wars 1 where you had to either buy the dyes or find them out there, you've got a starter set already, so you can already start to customise and change and have a bit of fun.
It's just brilliant, isn't it? So, for example, if I get pressured, like major pressure, and I know this will never happen, to turn pink, then I could actually do that if we wanted to. In fact, in this game, I think it's called, there we go, Glory, I think is the name for pink. It's either that or Royal Rose. But I've deliberately not gone pink, so we'll see what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below, do I have to go pink? Because I really don't want to. But the beautiful thing about the game is that I can. And you know what else? We can actually collect more dyes later on in the game and fill up this whole panel. And I know, Reggie, that's going to be one of your little challenges that you're going to give yourself, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The most important thing in the game for Reggie, dyes. Right? Yep, we know you too well. So in here, folks, you've got all of that. You've got your dyes, you've got your costumes, you've got your gear, you've got all your skills. We won't bother explaining that yet because that's very complex. You've got your story, your background story, and this is really cool, by the way, because it kind of, when you create your character, it's that stuff we were talking. Oh, look at her. She's already changing up her town costume to be purple. You can't help yourself, can you? Good Lord, woman. Oh, dear.
Well, it says that'll listen to you.
Oh, God. Yes, you'd rather do dying. This is your little backstory, and it's really cool because you do get to make some choices like we were talking about before. That comes up here. This is also your quest log as well. You've got your crafting here. We haven't got any of that naturally. You've got achievements in the game. Again, we're just going to flick through these very quickly. We've got our inventory here. In fact, there's my little celebration hat. And you know what? I've got to mention this, Reggie. One of the great things about the inventory is you can send stuff directly to your bank from wherever you are in the world from this screen. There's a little sprocket up the top there, and look at that. Deposit all collectibles. That just means all of your crafting stuff, bang, straight to the bank. So, Reggie, this could be your dream come true. I may not have full bags in this game. I know, right?
Yeah, but see, you have to actually click on that and use it.
Oh, she's
I didn't even
already...
have faith that you'd be able to do that.
Brand new show, and she's already being the witch that we know that she is. Thank you, Reggie. But anyway, yes.
Sorry, it just comes naturally.
Yeah, it does. But it's a great system, and we love that. And in fact, I think, Reggie, if we hit I, you can right-click on an item, and look at that, you can equip it, preview it. If that was like a piece of cloth, you could also send it to your bank from there. Really cool things in this game like that I love. Another cool thing I love is this mail icon up the top, Reggie, because you can be anywhere in the world and collect and send mail just by clicking on that icon. Look at that. There we go. And you can see I've got a guild invite email there. And by the way, folks, you're welcome to mail us in-game if you'd like to get a guild invitation. That's another way of doing it. You can see all my deliveries here from the auction house, etc. have come up in here. You can get at that from absolutely anywhere. So I love that about the game. And let's face it, Guild Wars is all about making things easier. Easy travel, easy systems, and they've done really, really well. There's another thing that we've got to go through another day, and that is the Black Lion Trading Company. Again, we'll save that for another episode, but long story short, that is a number of things. Firstly, it's an in-game shop, so guess out of the two of us, who's going to be spending a lot of time in there? Reggie.
You are.
Oh, right. I reckon Reggie's probably already bought up half the stuff in here. But anyway, we'll go through that in a future episode. What is also here, which is currently down because it's bugged, is the auction house. Yes, there is a full trading post or auction house in the game. Cover that off later on. Heaps of cool stuff in there. And then, of course, we've got our guild window, which you've already seen. And then we've got another cool little screen here, which is hints. And I highly recommend that if you're playing, that actually has like a built-in help. And that is very cool. Now, another couple of pieces of the interface that we'll go through quickly before we run around is the map. And you can see for a start up the top right here, I've got my little quest tracker. If I hover over that, look what's happening down here, folks. Bottom right is my mini map. By the way, you can resize that if you want to. But as I hover over my objective, look, it flashes on the map exactly where you need to go. It is that easy. It's so cool. And the other thing I love about this game, Reggie, when we hit M, are you ready, folks? Watch this. Out it zooms, and there we go. This is the map. Now, we're in a starter area at the moment. You can see it's all roped off, so there's not much on this map. We'll be getting out there in just a minute. When you get out into the real world, Reggie, the icons and the way that the quests display on the map, it's so good, isn't it? Like, you can hover over things and it tells you exactly what it is. You really don't need to know anything. All you need to do is open up your map. Everything is laid out for you. It's so good. But I do notice something up the top left corner of the map, Reggie. I reckon that's also something else that you're going to be focusing on. Do you know what I'm talking about?
You'd be talking about the world completion and showing you, yeah, your task completed and your waypoints and...
you are so predictable.
Touch of a button seeing the accomplishments.
Basically, yeah. And it's a great little tool just having it right there, because it means you don't have to go into your achievements menu or anywhere else. You just have to look on the map and it is all there. So, you know what? I think already we know Reggie's favourite things are going to be the dye, the shop, and the title tracks there for the exploration and stuff like that. I reckon that's where you're going to spend all of your time. We know you too well. But there you go, folks. Look, we've spent too much time already on all that stuff. Again, don't worry if you don't understand it. We will go into further detail as we cross it in the game. The only other thing that's left, I guess, is the hotbar. And Reggie, it's a lot different than Guild Wars 1, isn't it? I mean, you know what? We had, 8 slots in Guild Wars 1. Now we've got 10, and things work a little bit differently, and especially between you and I. For a start, I think our little F1, F2 abilities are very different. For me, guys, I am an elementalist, and that means I can actually choose between 2 attunements. You can see here I've got fire attunement, and again, without going into any detail, it means all of my spells down the bottom here are fire, but at any time I can click on this F2 and go water, and look at that. By the way, Reggie, how awesome are the spell effects in this game? Seriously, isn't it pretty?
They are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love your little sparkly bracelets.
Yeah, but thank you for noticing that. Yeah, that's my water bracelets. But now you can see, folks, my hotbar has changed to all sort of water spells. And yeah, we'll get into that later on, but it's very, very cool, very versatile. And basically, if I'm water, that means I'm support and healing, basically. But if I go fire, there we go, boom, back to fire, that means I'm all damage. All classes, Reggie, like we know, there are no healers in this game. All classes have their own heal, and mine is on my 6th key, and I know yours will be as well. Mine's called a Glyph of Elemental Harmony, and when you hover over it, it tells you exactly what it does, but you can just hit that at any time, and that will heal you. What's your one called, Reggie? Because you're a ranger, I'm guessing it's going to be called something different.
I am. Well, mine's called Healers 1, which actually heals myself and my pet.
Oh, now, let's pan around. You've got yourself a pet there, by the way, and it's a bear. Now, I've been dying to know this. Maybe you don't know yet. Is there any way of actually naming pets in Guild Wars 2? Have you not come across that yet?
That is an excellent question.
Right, there's your answer.
I'm sure there is an answer to it.
We don't know yet. Maybe you guys could let us know in the comments, because I'm sure that Reggie is dying to name her pet something insulting to me. I'm sure that's the case. But look, going back to your pet, I know for a fact that being a ranger, you know, you're going to have very different skill bars to me, and where my F1 and F2 are my attunements, they're going to be something completely different for you as a ranger, right?
They are actually. My F1 is more to command my pet, so it's to attack my target. And then I also have, and if you actually have a look at my bear, this is a cool one. Yep. This is F2, and this is shake it off.
Oh, whoa, what does that do?
Well, that basically shakes off any condition of both my pet and myself.
That is handy. Wow. And you get that off the bat. Actually, how many skills has your bear got? Are there just the 2? Attack and shake it off?
Well, I've also got a third one, which is return to me. So that would be if my pet sort of wanders off attacking and I don't wish him to. I can especially if we call him back.
Right, okay. That's really good, isn't it, for just coming out of the starter blocks? And I guess because, I mean, look, this is good. You will be able to use him as like a tank or something, I suppose. Because let's face it, I'm going to be very squishy. I'm an elementalist. I do lots of damage, but I can't take any hits or I'm dead. So I guess it's just like our Guild Wars 1 series, really. You're going to have to be protecting me all the time. But as for you, I mean, we're new in the game, and this might be a rough question off the bat. If I hit my H key and hover over some of my gear, it says that I am light. So obviously I wear light armor because I'm a caster. But for a ranger, are yours light or medium? I doubt that they're heavy, but light or medium?
Well, I do have medium armor. So I probably could take a hit more than you can, but I have my bear to back me up. Yeah,
I definitely think your bear's going to be a tank. Now, one other thing, by the way, folks, that I love are the weapons in this game, and I think, Reggie, what's the key for showing our weapons? Is it Z? Hang on, let's try. Z, there we go. So you can see I've got a little starter cane there, but what's your one? Oh, now hang on a minute, Reggie. You said you were a ranger. How come you haven't got a bow?
Yes, it is quite curious, isn't it? I have a hatchet.
Okay, well that's interesting. I'm guessing that perhaps you'll get a bow later on through questing, maybe. I hope you do, because to me...
I am hoping that I do, yes.
Yeah, because we know that you love your bows. Alright, and how do we put... Oh, do we just hit Z again? There we go. Alright, nice. Okay, so there you go, folks. That is about it for our overview. Hopefully you've got a rough idea of all of the different screens in the game here, how things work. Oh, there is one more thing. One more thing that I was really lucky to discover. And you know what, Reggie, I discovered this by accident. And I'm just going to show you guys rather than explain anything. Here we are on the map. Watch this. Ta-da! Guess what you can still do on the map, Reggie?
That would be draw.
Yep, so I'm drawing a picture of you right now. And, now by the way, folks, it's not anywhere in the manual or any... It's so hard to discover. You hold down Shift and then drag your mouse, and that draws on the map. And, of course, everyone in the party will see that. If you hold down Shift and click, you should see a waypoint there. In fact, I'm going to put one right in front of us. Has a waypoint appeared in your map, Reggie?
It has.
There you go. And I'm guessing... Oh, look, she's drawing. There it is. There we go. Thank you for that. You know what? You're an artist. You're such an artist. But I wonder, can we do it on the mini-map? Oh, look at that. We can. We can draw on the mini-map as well. You just have to hold down Shift, though, folks. So it's a little bit different to Guild Wars 1. So there you go. That covers off all the basics. Again, if you've got any questions, let us know in the comments below if there's something that we didn't cover off in the most basic of ways. But again, we will get into it much more later in the series. But right now, we're just going to be concerned with getting out of this starting area. And you know what, Reggie, if I turn around and have a look, I've been dying to ask you this. You know, we love Guild Wars 1, we love the graphics in Guild Wars 1. Just having a look right here, I mean, to my mind, this is mind-blowing to me. I mean, look, we've got the weather, we've got the rain, we've got lightning, the clouds. Now, I know it's permanently dark here because we're in this instanced zone at the beginning, but you know what? I mean, you've been out in the real world, the day-night cycle, the graphics. Honestly, your honest opinion, what have you got to say about how this game looks?
Oh, it basically, it was a long wait, and my lordy lord, was it worth it.
Oh, you know what, couldn't have put it better myself. I feel sorry for you because while we're questing, I'm going to be gawking at everything. I mean, seriously, the team at ArenaNet have done such an incredible job with this world. You wait, guys, until once we get out in the real world, you will be blown away. It just looks amazing. In fact, it's hard to remember that it's an MMO. It looks like it's a single-player game. It is so well done. And the other thing that I know you love, Reggie, we both love, is that there are always all these little nods back to Guild Wars 1, you know, because let's face it, we're in the same lands, it's just, you know, a few hundred years later, and the best thing about it is that everywhere you go, there are little reminders of stuff from Guild Wars 1, and we love ArenaNet for incorporating that into the game, just like they did pre and post searing in Guild Wars 1. In the meantime, Reggie, I think we're about ready to take on our first little task, and by the way, folks, in case you're wondering how far we're going to go in this episode, we've gone through our little overview. That's it. We're going to get right into the action now. We are probably going to play through this starting area here. We'll get to the end of it. It's basically one big event, and then we'll get popped out into the world proper, and that's where we'll finish off this episode to pick it up in next week's one. So, are you ready to rock and roll, Reggie?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Alright, I think we'll give ourselves a big cheer. This is it, folks. This is history in the making. This is me, Sambo. This is Regina J. Lacerta, about to take our very first steps into the brave new world here in the village of Shaymore in Guild Guild Wars 2. Tally-ho, I say. Should we do it?
Tally-ho and forward.
Please, I need your help.
Now this is another great thing about this game, a lot of voiced work, which is awesome, and you can see here we can just right click on him or hit F to talk. Let's see what he's got to say.
Everybody get to the inn. We can protect you at the inn.
Alright, and this is good. You know, you're never in any doubt where you need to go, are you, Reggie? We've got a quest tracker up the top here showing us that we need to go to an inn. As I said before, we highlight it and it shows us on the mini-map, and, you know, you'd have to be a bit silly if you couldn't figure out where to go. But, you know what, I like taking the long way to an inn because it is just so... Sorry, you know what, I'm already gawking. I'm just going to hop over to the side here, Reggie, because I was here earlier and I saw this waterfall over here and the trees and the river and the windmill in the background, and, you know, I took a couple of screenshots, Reggie. Just a couple. Do you know what I mean?
Just a couple, 1 or 2,000.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, even, look, the bridge and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but did you see what's up in the background there? It is, look at that, the city there. I don't think I can zoom out much. No, it's still going to pan right in, but that city just looks amazing. Look at it looming up in the skyline there. And if you're wondering what city that is, there we go. It is Divinity's Reach. And Reggie, we've kind of been there in Guild Wars 1, haven't we?
We have been to, I think it was Divinity's Coast.
Exactly, that's where we are in the game, and in fact, right here is where we did a lot of questing in Guild Wars 1, and they've actually built the city here now. That's how much things have changed from Guild Wars 1 to Guild Wars 2. It's quite amazing. Don't worry, folks, if that's all confusing, all will be revealed. Now, let's see. How do I find Reggie? Oh, there she is. She's a blue dot on the map. Now, Reggie, one thing I discovered quite by accident, there she is off in the distance, is that we can jump in this game and we can fall off the edges of cliffs. Now, I'm going to ask you, because you're not used to that, how many times have you died playing any of your alts so far? Count the ways, she says. You wouldn't be used to it, would you? You're used to going to the edge of a cliff and just stopping, but now you fall off. I can't tell you how many times I've died by falling off the edge of a cliff. It's terrible, so be careful of that, folks. Alright, come on, Reggie, take us to the inn. Let's see what they've got to say, because things look a little bit bad. There seem to be centaurs roaming around here. I don't think that things are going well for these villagers right about now.
No, they're sort of looking a little bit inundated.
Yep.
It's a weird thing also, we've gone inside a building.
Oh yes, exactly right, and of course that'll be something that you're not used to as well, because Guild Wars 1 we never go into buildings, so that is definitely in the game, folks, in case you were wondering. Let's have a chat.
We'll have no problems.
Here we go, obey the law and we have no problems. Sergeant Walters, let's see what she's got to say.
What do you need? Sergeant, there are more centaurs on the other side of town. Captain Thackeray's calling for reinforcements at the garrison.
If he's calling for help, it must be serious. But I can't spare anyone.
I'll go. Captain Thackeray's never failed Divinity's Reach. If I can help him, I will.
Balthazar, bless you. That's the spirit that'll win this war. Good luck.
So there you go, folks. You can see that quests are voiced and they have that funny little cinematic part. And by the way, can you see, Reggie, the player in front of us has a little film canister above their head. That indicates when a player is in a cutscene, which is really cool. You can skip them, by the way, if you've played through before. But I really like that idea. What about you?
Yeah, I quite like it too.
Just adds a bit of immersion, doesn't it? It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so she's asked us to go to the garrison. Now, by the way, I don't know if you noticed there, when she was talking, she talked about Balthazar for me. And I don't know, do you remember which deity you chose for your character?
I do. I chose Alicia for my character, but she spoke about Balthazar there, and that's because Balthazar is the god of the god of war.
Right, exactly.
So if they're talking about, being in a war, that would be the god they would be referring to.
Ah, great, thanks. Because I thought to myself, I wonder if that's going to be your deity rather than ours. But no, you're absolutely right. And of course, I have chosen that because I'm an elementalist and I'm all about fighting and stuff. All right, well, you can see we've got one here. Go to the garrison, and you can see on the mini-map there, it's highlighting where we need to go. And again, hit the map. And by the way, you can see we still have ant trails in the game, so we always know where we've been and where we're going, and that's where we're going over there. Go over to the garrison. So I know for a fact, because we've probably done this before on our alts, but we can also attack while we go. So what do you reckon? Shall we see what our abilities are like, and we can attack some of these centaurs as we go along the road? Are you up for a bit of a fight?
Oh, you know me, I'm always up for a bit of a fight.
Alright, well let's hop into this field perhaps, and in fact, look, there's one over there. Why don't you send your bear, because I'd love to see how your bear fights, because I've never seen one before, so we'll stand back and watch, and see what happens. Oh, have they all disappeared on us now?
Oh, they've all
gone!
They've all been killed.
Now mate, oh look, there's some more, yeah, over here, here's some.
There's one over there, okay.
Alright, let's see what happens. There's
There we go, send my bear off.
Alright, there it goes. Oh, that's good. So he's obviously getting attention. So I'm thinking right about now, because you've got a hatchet, you don't have any ranged abilities, I'm assuming. You'll have to get up there. Oh, you've got a throw.
Well, I can actually throw my hatchet.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you still are ranged. That's nice. But do you have any upfront abilities as well? Like if you were standing right there, can you melee them with your hatchet, or you don't know?
I don't really know. Like, I've got two abilities. One is it says bounce axe between multiple foes.
Oh.
But yeah, as you saw, it just kept on throwing them. Or throw a speed pattern of 5 whirling axes that bleed foes.
Oh, so you've got a dot as well, bleeding over time. All right, well, let's go up to these ones over here, perhaps, and let's see what some of my abilities do, because, of course, I'm ranged. So, oh, they're running away. Back here. There we go. All right, so you can see, obviously, I am blasting out fire. That's me.
We'll live on.
Oh, and someone helped us. Now, the other thing about this game is the looting, Reggie. And you can see when we're next to a corpse, you can press F to search the corpse. Then the unclaimed loot comes up, and you can just hit F again to take it all. So basically 2 hits of F will basically clear your loot. But I know, Reggie, there's also an auto loot option in the game as well, which will just automatically grab it, right?
There is. Yes, you can switch that on or have it.
Right. Or have it manual. Oop, here we go again.
Yeah.
So I've got a big range here. So I guess we're kind of complementary, because we can send your bear in. And by the way, tab switches targets, folks, in case you're wondering. And there we go, out of range a little bit. And you can see what I'm doing here. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm slowly unlocking my second ability, my number 2 ability. And it's almost unlocked. What about you? Have you got one that's unlocking as well?
I've actually got one that's unlocked already.
Oh.
The second ability.
Oh, so you've done more fighting than me. And by the way, folks, that's how they do unlock at the beginning, is by fighting. And you can see I've got a third one here. There we go. Phoenix, 16% unlocked. So it doesn't take long. I'm going to try my second ability now. There it is. Boom. And look at that up the top there. And bang! Did you see that? How amazing did that look? Basically what this does is it drops an explosive dragon's tooth on your foe. Seriously, I love the spells and combat animations in this game. They are just over the top and amazing. Here we go again. Big dragon's tooth, there it is, and boom! Oh, it's so satisfying. Oh dear. So how are your unlocks going now? Have you got 3 or still just the 2?
I'm 83% towards my third unlock.
Oh gosh, it just goes so fast, doesn't it? It's amazing. But yeah, look, combat in this game, folks, is super fun. And like I say, they are visually so impressive. Even the melee classes, like Reggie, I've got a tank, and even that, you'd think it would be boring, you know, like just, you know, hitting things. No, there are spell effects going off left, right, and center, and it is so much fun. Seriously, it's just awesome. And the other thing I like about this game, Reggie, is the combat is very smooth, isn't it? Like it just seems to flow. I love it. Here we go, looting.
It does, it does.
Right, now I'm going to open my inventory, because you can see I've already got myself a tiny supply bag. You do get those dropping. You just double click on them and that will open up. And look at that, you can see it's a tiny claw. Straight away it tells you it's crafting material. And now I can show you this. If I right click on it, look at that. Deposit collectible. That means I can just instantly send it to my bank, or I can mail an item wherever I am. So I could mail this to Reggie right now if I know that she wanted them as a crafter. It's very, very simple. And again, that's an example of Guild Wars just trying to make things a lot easier. Now, as much as I love, look at that, look at the city up there in the background. Much as I love this, it's very dark and brooding, and you know, I can't wait to get out into the real world, because it's all nice and pretty and sunny, and the day-night cycle is nice and fast, so you get to see both of them. Oh, seriously, there are so many spots where I've taken screenshots. It's like being a tourist, isn't it, in a new game? I love it. Well, I must say, Reggie, it's always a little bit weird being in a new game as well. Are you having trouble sort of just getting relaxed and finding your footing like me?
Yeah, I am. Look, I'm sort of looking at the game, sort of trying to get my bearings a bit.
Yeah. Now, by the way, folks, there you go. Help defend the garrison. That has come up. You can see we've got a green arrow on our mini-map. We have to go along here, and this is one of the first little events that we get to take part in, which is very cool. Where's your bear? Come on. There you go. And it will automatically do that. And by the way, events are part of this game as well. This is a pseudo event.
Maintain the
There we
pressure.
go, new event
We've got them
nearby.
off balance.
And you can see on the map we've got this great big circle. There it is, and it shows you where you need to go. So it's very easy to follow these events, and basically you just follow the dots. You can see here we've got to hold back these attackers. I've got myself a new ability, Phoenix. Release a fiery phoenix that first attacks foes in a line and then explodes and returns to you, curing conditions and granting you vigor. Definitely going to do that. That's an area of effect. There it is, off it goes, and there it comes back. Talk about amazing. Let's drop a dragon tooth on this guy. Whoa! Now, how about your abilities? Have your new ones opened up?
I've got my third ability, which is Winter's Bite. Throw an axe to chill your foe. Your pet's next attack inflicts weakness.
Oh, very cool. Very cool indeed. Let's throw this AoE down again. There's the Phoenix. Off it goes, and back it comes. What I'll do shortly, Reggie, is I'm going to, in fact, do it now. I'm going to switch to water attunement, and now I am throwing out ice shards. You can see, there they go. Wham, bam, amazing sounds, amazing graphics. This game is so visceral and fun. It's just incredible. You always know if there's a corpse nearby because you can see the loot little search icon pops up there. You just need to wander around and hit F. There we go. I've opened up my second ability. Cast a shatter stone at the target. What does that do? Cast a shatter stone at the target area that explodes after 2 seconds, and you can see that's AoE as well. Let's see if we can do that on Reggie just to see what it looks like. There it is, and boom, it explodes. So I can be fire or ice, and here we go. Nice little cutscene. See, we've got this elemental up the top. Oh, we got some money drop there as well. Got to run up to this. You can see everyone who is in the area has automatically joined this group event. So it's kind of like a public quest, if you will, from Warhammer Online. And here we go. Look, we've got this big elemental. We have to target its hands, the earth elemental's hands. How huge is this thing, Reggie? It's amazing, isn't it?
It's massive.
Graphics in this game are incredible, folks. Let's drop an ice shard there. And by the way, in case you're wondering, if I go water, it's support and healing. So my heal is going to be more effective. And again, we can see my health has gone down. Heal myself. I'm going to go back to fire now. You can switch at any time. Send off my Phoenix. Back it comes. Oh, there we go. Drop it on the ground. Amazing. All right, I'm going to go up and target. Let's see, target one of these little guys here. There we go. Now, by the way, Reggie, has your bear learnt any more abilities?
I don't know.
No more F abilities like the F1, F2, F3?
No, I've still only got the 3 of them.
Right. Same here, I've still only got the 2. Alright, definitely targeting those hands off in the background now. You can see those ginormous elemental hands. And I think I'm too far away. There we go. Oh, it's got quite a range, that Phoenix. Oh, big knockbacks there. And there we go, we did it.
It's not dead yet. Brace yourselves.
Where am I? What happened?
You were injured when the elemental exploded. Captain Thackeray brought you here personally. You've been unconscious for 3 days. You had lots of visitors. Villagers you rescued, some seraph, even a noble from the city. He came by several times.
That'd be Lord Farron. He's a good friend. I'll check in with him once I'm fully recovered. What should I do now?
Fresh air and exercise are the best medicine. The goddess Duena helped you. Perhaps you could help others?
Thanks, I will. And thanks for taking such good care of me.
Bless you. You'll find plenty to do out in the valley. May Duena protect you.
And look at that, Reggie, we have completed it. There we go, Defending Shaymore completed. And you can see, by the way, that message. This is quite common at launch. You have been moved to Queensdale Overflow. You are queued here to enter the map when it's ready. Basically, it's like an overflow when the servers are very busy. It just pops us in this temporary world. We can still go out and quest and do everything, but when our server frees up, it'll actually come up and say, would you like to go back there? So it's very cool. But Reggie, our first decision. We've got to choose a reward. What are your two choices?
Well, I got the choice of a hatchet and a hold device. I've taken the weapon.
Right, so like an offhand or a main hand. Yeah, I'm the same. I've got a dull dagger, or I've got an offhand wooden focus, which it doesn't actually say what it does. I guess it's a weapon. I'm not sure. You reckon I should go for a focus or a dagger? What do you reckon as an elementalist?
As an elementalist, I would actually go for the focus.
Yeah, good idea. We'll choose that. You can see we also get ourselves a nice 4-slot leather bag, and that's for our inventory. You can see we get 40 coins there, 40 copper, and we get about 2,000 XP as well. So I'm going to choose the focus. We'll accept that.
Ready for more.
And look at that. Queensdale is ready. You may travel there or move to the end of the queue, and we'll get a loading screen, and that's actually going to load me back into the actual server. And I think, Reggie, that's probably where you are, because I couldn't see you in that room. So this should reunite us, hopefully. And there she is. She's finally appeared. Welcome back, Reggie. You made it through. What I want to do is, before we head outside, actually, I want to go to my weapons and my inventory. Now, this is really cool because in your hero screen, guys, if you're watching along from home, you don't have to open your inventory because anything you can equip is automatically here in your hero window. So you can just drag and drop right from here. So, for example, you can see I've got some new pants. If I hover over those, it says that they are much better than the ones I've got. So I can just drag and drop them onto me, and there they go. And you can see that it actually changes my look. Now, don't worry about that, folks. I'll show you in a future episode, but we can keep our original look if we want to. Now, here's my weapon as well, and let's see. The one I've got at the moment, a crooked rod, does not much damage, 118. This one goes to 138. I'm going to drag and drop that on there. Oh, no, wait a minute. Is it an offhand, perhaps? Oh, it is. Also, I've got myself an offhand and a rod. That's very interesting. We can see it there. Yes, it's sitting on my other hip. Looks like a cowbell to me, Reggie. Okay, so what did you get? Did you finally get yourself a bow?
No, I got a hatchet.
Oh, that's right.
Better than the hatchet that I had.
Right, and have you equipped that now?
But still a hatchet.
Right.
I have.
Well, I wonder when you get bows. That's going to be very interesting because I know you do love your bows, that's for sure. All right, well, I think that's enough for our first episode, Reggie, but you know what? I do want to step outside so we can have a look. And there we go.
I want to know what's going on in the valley. Come talk to me.
Yep, come talk to me. So he's going to give us our quests for around here, but look at that view. Look at it. She's in her town clothes. That's awesome. You've already done... Look, I'll put on my town clothes as well, just so we can match. There we go, currently wearing the town ones. I'm going to have to dye my ones, I think, because I don't like mine. But look at the views around here, Reggie. I mean, is it just gorgeous or what? It's just the most amazing looking game, isn't it?
It is pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. And this, by the way, is exactly where we were. But, of course, now we haven't got the storm. And you can see it's daytime. It is going to go between day and night. But, Reggie, come over here. Look at that. Look at the waterfalls over there. Seriously, we've got so much gawking to do. In fact, if we ever look at the map, you can see this is what I was talking about before, folks. You can see all of these icons here. We've got our waypoints, our garrison waypoint. We've got a Shaymore waypoint. There are our travel points. You can see we've got vendors here. If you hover over them, it tells you exactly what they are. An undiscovered point of interest. We've got an elementalist trainer there. Reggie, you'll be able to see where your trainer is on the map already, I'd imagine?
I can. It looks like they're in a building not far from here.
Yeah, good. Yeah, mine's just over the way as well. And in fact, I can see another thing that's appeared up on the map here, which is Queensdale completion. That's where we are, and that's giving us that little ticker there showing us how far we've gone in terms of all the little things you can unlock. And of course, you and I have played through this before. I can't wait to show everybody what the first quests are like and how it shows you where you need to go and all the different types of things that we can do. And for example, look at that, we've got skill points down the bottom there that we can go and earn. There's trainers, there's points of interest, there's discoveries, and the first few quests that we're going to do, you know, they're not just fighting either. There's all sorts of interesting activities, but I'm just transfixed by that view over there with the waterfalls. It is glorious. Definitely living up to the Guild Wars name, if you ask me, Reggie. I mean, Guild Wars 1 looks so gorgeous. Look at her. She's already running around. Are you taking screenshots like a mad woman?
I might be.
I think she is, folks. Do you know what? That's probably a good place for us to leave off, where we have to talk to this watchman, Rebecca, here. That's what we'll do at the beginning of our next episode. But in the meantime, we have gone through the very basics of the game. We've gone through the very opening tutorial level, if you like, and we are now out in the real world. So again, folks, if you'd like to come along and join us here, all you need to do is head along to our website, apply there, and there's full instructions on how to join us in the game. We'd love to see you here and, of course, have you on our future Let's Play event episodes. But in the meantime, Reggie, I think it's time for us to go, because you know what? I want to go and level my ult because I love this game so much. Thank you very much for joining us and for being you and so purple. And I don't know about you, but I'm so looking forward to the rest of this series. There's one other thing that we've still got to do in Guild Wars 1, Reggie, and I know that you're dying to do this, and that is to say goodbye to Guild Wars 1.
We have to have a last hurrah.
We do, and let me guess, where will that be perhaps? You want to have it in the beer garden, as if we could have an event anywhere but your beer garden. But look, folks, for those of you who are asking, yes, we will be organising a last hurrah, and we'll put up an episode with all of the details of that. We just thought we'd get the Guild Wars 2 launch out of the way, get settled, and then we'll come back to Guild Wars 1 and get everybody there in an episode so we can say goodbye to that wonderful game in terms of our Let's Play series. But folks, don't worry, Reggie and I will still be playing Guild Wars 1, right, Reggie?
Oh, try and stop me.
So just because the series is coming to an end doesn't mean that our playing in there will be. So if you're still playing Guild Wars 1, you'll see us online from time to time. Reggie especially, because she's still going to be hunting all those title tracks. I know her too well. But there you go, folks. Thank you for joining us. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. But as of next week, we'll get right into it. We'll be questing around here, and I know for a fact we've got lots of tasks ahead of us here where we have to help out the locals. I can't wait. In the meantime, on behalf of myself, Sambo, our new Seraphis Hills-a-Lot, and the wonderfully purple Regina J. Lacerta, our new ranger here, it's us saying take care. Hope you guys are having a great week wherever you are in the world. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.
Bye.